Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring the angel Raguel. Now many people are familiar with the common angels. We've heard of Michael and Raphael and Gabriel, and we call upon them for protection, healing and guidance. But did you know there are thousands of different angels, each which specialise in different things? The great thing about expanding our knowledge of different angels is when you have a certain need, there is a particular angel and its angelic energy that can come to your assistance. So Raguel you may or may not have heard of before, but in this video we're going to dive deep in times that you would need Raguel, and I think at this point in life he's a very timely angel to be calling upon. So let's dive in and explore Raguel. Raguel's name translates to mean friend of God. And really, if Raguel could say one thing to us all, it would be, can't we just all get along and be friends? Up in heaven, he is considered the angel who makes sure all the archangels and angels work harmoniously together. Here on earth, he works really well as a bit of a peacekeeper, an attorney, a motivational coach, a facilitator, making sure that whenever there is something unbalanced, that it comes back into balance. He is a real big protector for the underdog. So whenever someone is being cheated or taken advantage of, Raguel is great for helping to even up the scales of justice. He's also really good for helping with things that seem to be losing balance, such as environmental conservation or poverty. Raguel is a great angel to call on these times. So whenever something in your life or out in life seems unfair, unjust or unequal, then Raguel is a great angel to call on. There are a few ideal times when you'd want to call on Raguel. The first one would be when you're being taken advantage of. So whether maybe at work, that you're being picked on or bullied or something's just not fair, even in family life between siblings or, with you and your partner or something like that, then Raguel is great for evening up the scales and making sure that everything is balanced. What Raguel will do when you invite him into your life, he'll give you the courage to stand up to yourself and be assertive without being pushy or dominating. Now, the second time that he's really great is with legal matters. Obviously, when there's a legal dispute, there are two people that get fired up and really angry, and sometimes we get a little bit out of control. Raguel wants to create harmony. He wants us all to get on, and he wants everything to be fair. So, when you have any legal documents, whether you're about to sign a contract or whether you're in a legal dispute, put your hands on that legal document or as you walk into some legal proceedings and ask Raguel, please make sure that the outcome of this is just and fair. However, there's a really interesting time that I feel Raguel has been coming up a lot recently, and this is in relationships. Now, in relationships, sometimes it can become a little bit unbalanced, and there is someone doing all the giving and someone doing all the taking type of thing. And a lot of the people, those that are interested in crystals and oils and the things that I talk about on my channel can often be quite healing, loving people, and they want to create harmony in their lives. And so there's a real fine line between compromise and sacrificing something that's important to you. Compromise is going, hey partner, you can choose what we watch on TV tonight and I'll choose tomorrow night. That's compromise, and sometimes there's a bit of sacrifice, obviously, when we're getting along with other people that we live with or someone we're in a romantic relationship with. However, if you keep on biting your tongue to keep the peace, if there are core things that are important to you that are not getting fulfilled, then that is unfair. And this is where Raguel can help to bring balance back into a relationship. Obviously, your partner may not be aware or may not be aware of how important this is of this imbalance. And so Raguel will give you the courage and the confidence and bring his energy into your space when you invite him to help you chat to your partner and make these changes as well. Now, on a larger scale, where I love Raguel is for any inequality. So whether that be racial rights, gay rights, environmental rights, religious rights, gender rights, transgender rights, pick a rights, any rights, Raguel wants us all to, again, get along harmoniously. So whenever there is an inequality, he is an absolute great angel to pray, to bring down that energy into your life and into the other lives as well. You can even create a crystal grid, and I'll talk about a couple of crystals in a minute, and dedicate that to him and send that energy elsewhere out into the world. Now, when do you know Raguel's around? Well, remember that angels aren't just outside of us, that we are connected to the universe. And so, when you're working with Raguel, you'll suddenly get this confidence of, no, I'm going to stand up for myself. That's Raguel's influence within you. You also may sense light, pale, or pale blue flashes of light around. That can also be Raguel's presence as well. Of course, crystals are great to help attune yourself to different angelic energies because each crystal has its own individual energy as well. So I want to give you two that help to pair up with Raguel. One's the real kind of basic one that you'll find quite commonly, and one's a little bit rarer, which is a bit of a more high vibration one. So the first one, the initiatory one, to kind of get you working with Raguel, is red jasper. Red jasper is an amazingly grounding crystal, but it's also sacred to the planet Mars. And Mars, of course, is very fiery. So you've got this balancing and just and soothing, but progressive and fiery as well. This helps us stand up to make sure that everything is fair, just what Raguel is about. When you're not sure how much to ask for in a relationship or in legal proceedings or any kind of conflict, Raguel and red jasper can be really great there. When you're getting stuck and kind of going, am I asking too much of my partner? Is this unfair? Ask for Raguel's guidance and hold some red jasper as well. You can also put some red jasper on legal papers overnight or however long you have them until you have to, post them off or sign them or whatever, and make sure that any inequality or unfairness in that contract comes to your attention. So this can be a really nice one to simplify you as well and make sure that fieriness out of any dispute comes out as well, and you get down to the core important facts. Now, if you like a high vibration crystal, one that I really love is morganite. So this is a pink crystal, and it may look a little bit like rose quartz, but it's actually part of the beryl family. Now, beryl crystals are crystals that grow in rods, and they're hexagonal rods. Now, hexagonal, of course, the number 6 is a number of harmony. Other beryls in other colours, blue beryl is aquamarine, green beryl is emerald, and yellow beryl is heliodor, and pink beryl is what we know as morganite. This is an amazing one for helping to bring harmony in loving relationships. So whereas I love kunzite for helping you to bring your soulmate and bring someone into a relationship and be in a relationship and attract a relationship, once we're in a relationship, we want a relationship that's fair. And morganite is a really good one for making sure there is equality in our romantic relationships especially, but all relationships. This is also the key crystal that I meditate with when I want to send pink loving energy around the world for equality, whether it be any of those different rights that I've been talking about before. And as I film this video at the moment, there are protests happening all around the world for fair treatment of black people and indigenous people and, different races that have been taken advantage of or have not had the same opportunities as others. Morganite is a great crystal for connecting with that, for bringing that loving energy in, that compassionate energy, that empathetic energy, that to also tone down that aggressiveness as well, because as you've noticed, as soon as someone starts yelling at you, what do? You shut off and you get defensive. Morganite helps us to come with love and openness and compassion and compromise, and find that compromise as well. So a really great crystal for working with Raguel and working with what Raguel likes to bring and promote in life. So what you can do with either of these crystals, wear it like I'm wearing my red jasper right now, hold it, and remember, with all the angels, it is a 101 spiritual law that an angel cannot interfere in your life unless it is invited. So you have to ask Raguel to come and bring his presence, his influence, to bring that fairness into your life. And one of these crystals can be a nice thing to dedicate to him, so that his energy is always around you when you need it. Now, doesn't an amazing smell just kind of lift you up into the angelic realms? Well, I love using essential oils, and I want to share with you my Raguel blend, which is 3 different oils. The first one is geranium. Now, geranium is an amazing heart chakra oil and really great for balancing on so many different levels, body, mind, and spirit. It helps us to trust another person, open up to another person, and get into conversation with another person to help to bring that equality. As soon as we feel a separation, then it's really hard for 2 parties to compromise and come to something that is harmonious. And geranium really helps to bring back that balance and to do it in an open-hearted way. Now, talking about leading with the heart, the other oil that I love in my blend is pink pepper. Any of the pepper oils are really good for bringing a bit of authenticity and a bit of oomph and a bit of integrity into it. Pink pepper helps us be authentic and open and honest with the heart, and lead with the heart as well. When we lead with a heart, when we lead with love rather than leading with aggression, then people embrace that and they're more open to compromise as well. So pink pepper helps us lead with the heart and follow with that. Geranium follows, balances out any inequalities. And then you've also got sandalwood. Now sandalwood is absolutely amazing. First of all, now it's a grounding oil, being a wood oil. But do you notice when you smell sandalwood, it's kind of grounding, but it's also kind of heavenly at the same time? Well, sandalwood is really good for balancing the heavens and the earth, our spirituality and our physicality, and bringing down that spiritual guidance onto the physical world and making sure on the physical world that we remain spiritually intact and connected to the angels as well. So grab those 3 oils, geranium, pink pepper and sandalwood, hold the bottles under your nose, take the lids off and smell them all at the same level. And if you go, oh, no, I want a bit more geranium in it, move the geranium up a little bit and sandalwood down until you get your levels, and you can make whatever blend you want. And what you'll find each time you make the blend, depending on how you're feeling and what your energy's at the time and what you need at the time, then you'll have different oils want to be more in there. As long as you've got 1 drop of each, then it's going to be a really great one for connecting with the essence and the energy of Raguel. So, have you worked with Raguel? I have found he keeps on coming up a lot when I've been doing private readings recently. A lot of the time for women especially, a couple of guys as well, but a lot of women who are scared to know how much they can ask for from their partner because they don't want to be too selfish and that type of thing. And so I've invited them to ask Raguel to say, Raguel, guide me on what is fair for me to ask for in a relationship. What is that balance between compromise and sacrifice? I'd love to hear about any experience or any stories or any visitations you've had of Raguel. So please share with our angel-loving community and our crystal and oil and nature-loving community as well. Leave a comment in the section below and let us know what your experience with Raguel's been, or where you feel Raguel might be relevant in your life or in the world right now. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.